sports. It's in the game.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
STRO, I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up.
Yeah.
I can't spend the day with you. I'm out in my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support rod. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time, another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winter side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field, hit the wind. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. Beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze. Freeze. Stop you in your tracks. There's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. Beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. We're just about set to get started, and this ought to be a good one between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Chicago Bears. With that, let's get out to venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Standing by with the call, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Just a beautiful afternoon for football, Coach. They say summer is the time to live in Chicago. Well, that's extended into autumn as we are ready to roll under blue skies at Soldier Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. They come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest 3-game win streak. Meanwhile, for the visiting Steelers, it's been all systems go in this first month. They're off to a 4-0 start.
And it's got folks believing that this is a team that's built to go all the way. You can't win the Super Bowl in September, but they're telling everyone that they're going to be there in the end.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
And what's a quarterback's best friend?
Balance?
I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, a lot of guys would say great receiver, right? A terrific offensive line. But I agree with you, balance, because if you can run the ball effectively, that just opens things up for guys who want to throw it and gives you easier passing lanes and easier coverages to read.
And they said balance will be a focus in this one.
Yeah, they don't want it all just heaped on his shoulders, I don't believe. I think they want to make sure they take some of the pressure off.
They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. And now a look at the offense for Chicago.
And I think we'll see a renewed sense of urgency out of this team this week because they have to make sure they don't waste this homestand. They had a home game last week, lost it. Now they've got the second straight. They've got to take advantage of it, get a win before they head out on the road.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. A throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And the ball is knocked out, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. First carry for James Conner. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Opening minute, and already a trip to the red zone. 1st and 10 at the 19. Right back to Conner here on 1st. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. James Conner, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing, often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On second down, it's Montgomery. Now a look at the defensive starters here for the Steelers. They were very good a week ago in the win over Minnesota.
Even better than that, they pitched a shutout in that game, and I'm telling you, that is a confidence builder and a trust builder on both sides. And what I mean by that is coaching staff putting together a game plan, players executing it. Now both of them are in sync.
Come on, set, 70, Indy. Go.
They'll set up a throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bud Dupree with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. On fourth down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. Back deep for the Steelers, Ryan Switzer. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. This is fielded at the 27. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know, they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. They start with a give to counter. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Check 3, check 3, check 3. Under 10, under 10, 10.
Here's 2nd and 8. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10 is counter. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
In any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, position on. Mike 45. Watch the run, watch the run. Check Mike 45, check Mike 45. I got you, punk. 45 is the mark.
To throw on second down. Jeffers. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 13-yard line.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
They'll run on first down. It's Connor. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. But keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top-5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. On second down, Connor looking for space. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down.
Here we go, D, get off the field.
From the gun, Jeffers. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 39. Boswell's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Open man is Trey Burton. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bud Dupree able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Let's bring it.
Ready? Now back to throw. He's got Burton here. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And a sack. They get to him defensively, but the flag comes in, and I think the D jumped. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Now the penalty, a big assist to this offense. Now it's 3rd and 3.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Following the penalty, Montgomery. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Rush in.
First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Ready, set. 98. Watch 98. 98 for Mike. You ain't going nowhere.
On second down now. It's Montgomery. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. The last 2 plays, each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. They'll set up to throw. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. T.J. Watt make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Here's Andy Lee now as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down. Jeffers finds his running back, James Conner. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 1st down, Jeffers going top shelf for Smith. That's caught at the 25. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 34. Looking to throw. Jeffers, he'll find Smith-Schuster again. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Watch 30. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Shit. Slam.
On 1st and 10, Jeffers, pressure comes and down he goes. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, fighting his way into the backfield.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. James Conner, the running back, his intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
58, boys, 58.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Jeffers, and he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. James Washington, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Boswell for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Come on now, let's go.
Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. So they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. There to make the tackle, Steven Nelson. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
At the 24-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll begin up at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. And it's the Browns who are out on top. Nick Chubb, over 100 yards on the afternoon thus far with a touchdown run as well. From there, we head down south to Tampa to check on the Bucs at home at Raymond James Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Lions. A touchdown pass there for Jameis Winston. Finally, we finish at MetLife Stadium to see what's going on with the Jets. And this one going the visitors' way, as the Texans have the lead in that one. Will Fuller, a touchdown reception. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Wide, get wide.
Again, it's Connor. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll try and run for it with Connor. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Throwing on first down. Jeffers, and he connects with Vance McDonald. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Let's go, defense.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 scored Deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Operating from the gun. Jeffers, open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 35. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. They run with Connor. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jeffers being chased out left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd.
58, come on. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get ready.
From the gun, Jeffers, and that will be incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. On the left hash, officially, it's called a 51-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the lead now increases to 20-0. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the 2nd half. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Go.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one, and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
At the 29-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soft.
2nd and 6. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace, Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. Come on, fellas.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready. 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic.
No gain on this defense. No gain.
Let's go.
They'll look to throw here on first down. This one into the hands of Burton. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
2nd and 5. This one out left to the tight end, Burton. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Let's go, fellas.
A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time, but it'll be second down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. Third down here. The Bears on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now Montgomery, he's got it on the draw. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
He's checking.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's got his tight end, Burton. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. David Montgomery, the target out of the backfield. And now it's 2nd down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
He's able to get 6, a nice pickup down to the 21.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
He'll look to throw. His throw incomplete. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the fourth quarter here. You've held a team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job. Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league. The Bears on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. On the carry, it's Montgomery. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. Running for it, Montgomery. Oh, it springs free. Montgomery loses it. And it's picked up by the Steelers. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And that stretches the lead to 27. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Ready to break. Watch 98. 98's the mic. Here we go. Here we go. Spin. There you go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he finds Montgomery complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Let's go.
A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
2nd and 2. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the fourth quarter here, and now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And they will take a knee here. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And this was